Hey there, welcome to IS306 Labs number 10, an introduction to jQuery. If you watched the previous video, that's number 9, I gave you an introduction to JavaScript, and I mentioned that there is an easier way to do things instead of having to write so much JavaScript code to do something simple, and that answer is jQuery. So today I'm going to be showing you how to use jQuery and what it is. Well, jQuery is actually a JavaScript library that's designed to help you write less and do more. And you can find out all about jQuery on jQuery.com. There are a lot of other libraries out there, but jQuery is one of the most commonly used ones, which is the reason why we're showing it to you. And here's the difference between jQuery and the traditional way of doing it. So previously I showed you how when we actually programmed one of the buttons to change the value of the HTML of a certain ID. So you have to write all of these code and then do this in order to change it to a new value. But with jQuery, it's a lot simpler. All you need to do is select it using this thing. So this is the syntax that they're using. You've got a $sign and bracket, and then you tell them which is the class or the ID you want to select in the same way that you actually do it using CSS. So if you use a hex, it's an ID. If you use a period, it is a class. And if you do not put anything, you can actually have this effect change all of the HTML. So you don't need to have to write all of these things, get element by ID, get element by class, and so on and so forth. You can do anything to through this one. And then of course after that there's a whole bunch of attributes that you can change or pull. So it's over here .html. So the great thing about this is that it's really a lot easier, and within a single function you can do a lot of things, and there's a lot of fun stuff you can do with jQuery as well. So but I'm not going to get there yet. I'm just going to show you a very quick introduction on how to use it. So the step one, the first thing that you need to do is to visit the jQuery website and insert the library into your code. So we're just going to go into the jQuery website at jQuery.com, right? And what you'll need to do is you need to download the JavaScript file. There's two ways you can do this. You can either download the JavaScript file and have it hosted yourself. So if you want to do that, you just click on the download button right here. There's a production and development mode. You can leave it at production. Development basically allows you to access the source code should you want to change or debug stuff. So just click on download jQuery. You'll see all of this mess. And all you need to do is just save. So just Control S, and just save jQuery.1.8.2-min. All right. This is good if you plan to make an application that uses jQuery, or you just want to make sure that everything is contained yourself. However, if if your website is online all the time and you don't mind using a library that's already hosted online, both Google and Microsoft actually hosted a copy of jQuery online. So all you need to do is just link to it without having to download the jQuery file on your computer. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to choose the Google one. So just right click on the link and choose copy link address. And now we're going to jQueryfy our little application that we've written here. And to link it in, we're going to go all the way to the head right here, and we're gonna say script, right, space src, which stands for source. All right, so here, if you actually want to do the one that you hosted yourself, just type in the file that you already have within the same folder, and then just link it as you normally would. If it's online, just put in the full URL, just like I have done right here. So I have source. And then of course, as always, you need to either tell them the type, which is a JavaScript file, and always make sure that you close the script. So Microsoft Expression Web actually does that for you, which is really nice. So to prevent you from making silly mistakes like that. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is replace the little button that we've made earlier. So this is the one that we wrote, documents.getElement by ID. So if we save this, open this in Google Chrome. If you recall, what this thing is designed to do is replace this text here in introductions. So if I click here, the words and introduction will change, and there you go, it has been changed. And we're going to redo this using jQuery instead. So we're going to come over here, and so you can see here, this is the original code. We're going to take all of that out. So we're going to say $ bracket, and you see that they're going to... And you see that Expression Web actually has support for jQuery, which is really nice. So it's asking you to put a selector. So I'm gonna select something. I'm gonna call the vid title. So you can see right here, vid title. right? And then I'm gonna call the HTML method, and then I'm gonna add a new value to it. So jQuery is cool, and close that, and close the bracket, and close it with a semicolon. So here you have it. You have the $. This is the selected, selecting the vid title, which Expression Web has very kindly suggested to me. So you can use .html, and then it's going to change the HTML file. Less code and easier to remember on how to use it. No need to refer to any documentation. And then now we're just going to refresh this page. And then you're just going to click here, and now it says jQuery is cool. And that's all cool and fine, because now you can write things a little bit easier. But of course, the whole idea of jQuery is that it's allow you to do really complicated things with a lot less code. Things that you might not even know how to do with normal JavaScript, but now you can with code. So what we're going to do here is that, if you can see down here, I have this thing, this IDE here, this particular div object here called drawer. And currently it's hidden, right? So the CSS style says display equals to none. And what I want to do is that I want to create this thing, turn this into a little drawer, such that when I click on this button, all videos, the drawer will open. So if I actually change this to something, I change this to block, and I sweep up here, right here. And what I wanted to do is turn it into a little drawer. So I'm going to hide it first, and I'm going to go into the button that I want to activate, which is the all videos button. Okay. And so for the href, the reference, I've called this, I'm gonna put this thing called JavaScript void 0, and basically what it does is that when you click it, absolutely nothing happens. If you leave it as a hex and you click it, it's just gonna refresh the page, but you don't want them to refresh the page. So instead of hex, you're gonna use JavaScript void. Anyway, so we're gonna go back to onClick again, and we're gonna do $, and let's call the drawer, close that, and then let's call a particular animation, and I'm gonna say slide toggle, and that's it. I'm gonna save that, and let's go and check out what happens right now. So now the drawer is closed, but when I click on all videos, very nice, and click it again, and it just kind of slides open and close, which is really nice. So it's got a really nice animation, and I did all of that with just a single line of code, and a very simple line of code as well. So that's something that is very cool about JavaScript, and you can do all of this kind of thing. So if you actually go into the JavaScript's documentation, so docs.jQuery.com, you can see all of the attributes. So as usual, I'm not going to be telling you what you can do, what are the different things you can do, but I'm just going to be pointing to you where to find the reference and how it works. So here you have selectors teaching you how to select different stuff. You can change CSS, you can change attributes. So that was what we did just now, where the HTML was actually an attribute that you can change. So you can see that you can even add classes or IDs, which is really nice, meaning that you can, what you can do is you can set a CSS file to a certain class, and then you can change the classes. So this one used to be, you used to have this class, and now it doesn't. Of course, the other one that is a lot more fun are animations, which is under the effects, and here you can create custom animations. You can fade things in and out, you can hide things, you can show things. The one that I used just now was slide toggle, slide up, toggle, and so on and so forth. So there's a lot of cool animations that you can put into your application as well to make things simpler for you with regards to making a really cool looking application. So that was jQuery, and I hope it really helps you make some really cool applications. And now you have everything that you need to know to build a powerful front end. You know HTML, you know CSS, you know how to build layouts using CSS, you now know JavaScript, how it works, and now you've got yourself powered with this really cool library called jQuery. And now you can go out there and start building a really cool front end user interface using on the web, and I hope that really helps you. And on the next episode, which is number 11, I'm going to be teaching you PHP, which is a server-side language that allows you to quickly create server-side code for your HTML file. And that's it. I'm Daniel, and as usual, send me questions if you have any on the forums in Elon, and I'll try to answer them. I'll see you guys soon. Bye!